All my life, I was asked to become financially independent. I studied at a girls' school and then a women's college, and right from a very small age, from my teachers and parents and relatives and everyone around, I was always asked to be a independent woman when I grow up, to go for a job, to have an income of my own, and also to be financially independent. So I had the thought that I will be happy in my life only if I become financially independent. So the only way to become financially independent was to get a degree, do a master's, get a decent job, and earn a steady, regular source of income. So I did it all. So I completed MCOM Finance and Control, and then I worked for 2 years as an assistant professor in a private college in Coimbatore. I was teaching finance, marketing, and accounting related subjects for BCom and MCom. So it was in September 2023, that I quit my job. My husband was working in Qatar, so I had to move in with him. So I quit my job in September 2023. So it was only after that I began learning what financial independence is, what financial freedom really is, and I learned few things that is necessary, or I learned few lessons, I can call it, from quitting my job. All I never even thought of becoming was a homemaker, because I wanted to study. I knew I was going to study. I knew I was going to get a job. I knew I was going to get an income, and that was all I had in my head all my life. And then I never had the idea that I'll be doing the household chores someday. So after quitting my job, I moved with my husband, and it was only me and my husband living in Qatar together. Now I am managing the house, taking care of him, cooking, doing all the other odd household chores, and I have become a typical homemaker. This was something I was never prepared for. So from my experience in these few months, here are 5 lessons that I learned after I quit my job. Firstly, I learned the importance of having an emergency fund. I have spoken about emergency funds in one of my previous videos. Think you're going to quit your job and look for another job, or think you are going to switch your career, you are planning to switch your career, so you are leaving your job and you are going to start something of your own, something. So until you get another job, or until you start getting an income from another business, by starting another business, you need some amount in your hand to meet your everyday expenses. So you have to save some amount of money in order to meet your expenses for at least a period of 6 months. 6 months to 1 year, just keep it as 6 months. So now I quit my job in September 2023. So now it's been 8 to 9 months and I have not got another job. If only I had had an emergency fund saved up, it would have been of some help to me in these few months. So another thing I learned is that even if you have a steady, secure job with a steady income, you must have a side hustle, a side income. So when I was working as an assistant professor, if only I had built a side income, so when I quit the job, I would have still had that income from my side hustle, and that also could have helped me in these days until I find another job. Another lesson I learned is that I don't need a lot of money to live. Yes, most of my expenses are taken care of by my husband. So he buys me everything I need. He takes care of all my expenses, for that matter. I think with all the money that I was earning, I spent it too much on unnecessary things. All I remember is most of the money I spent it on restaurants. I did not save the money. I don't have any investments made with that money. So now, even after not having an income, after not having a job and not having an income, I don't think I'm losing out on anything, because my expenses, as usual, my husband was taking care before, and now also it is taken care by him only. So I don't think I need all those luxuries now. Maybe I have become a little bit more mature, or I don't feel the necessity to have those things were not actually necessary for me. I was just spending it on stuff mindlessly. Maybe everything that my husband is doing for me is enough. And the next thing I learned is that I don't have to be financially independent. See, all my life I had been wanting to become financially independent, and that was the only thing that I had in my head. Only in these few months I realized that I don't have to be financially independent. There's nothing wrong in being dependent on your husband or your father or family as a woman. So when it comes to men, maybe it may be different, but I don't think as a woman I don't think that it is bad to depend on your husband for everything. And our husbands take care of us, they buy us everything out of love for us. So I don't think it is something bad to depend on a husband for everything. I think isn't that what our parents have been doing? Our parents' generation don't have that problem. I think it is the problem is with us. As far as I've seen in my family, in my surrounding, and in my life too, in happy marriages, husbands do take care of their wives out of love, out of respect, not to show that they have the money and they have the authority and not to be dominant. It's my opinion, your opinion may be different, but this is what I have learned from my experiences. I'm not telling that it is not needed for a woman to have an income of her own and not depend on a husband. I don't mean to say that. What I mean is that you don't have to stress too much upon being financially independent. Financial independence, it will come. See, we are being educated. Our generation is being educated. I think we are the generation where women are given the complete freedom to work and to earn an income for the family. And I respect that. And the financial independence for women, it is a little bit complicated thing. It is important for women to get educated. It is important for women to get really good jobs. It is important for women to have the freedom to earn their own money, to earn their own income, to take care of their expenses, to take care of the family, and to have freedom for themselves to spend the money they are earning in the way they like. It is all important, but your family also matters. Sometimes it is not always possible to have your own income. Sometimes you may have to depend on your husband. What I also feel is that there will be some situations in life where we will have to depend upon our family, and there is nothing wrong in it. You don't have to feel bad about it. You don't have to feel that you are not making anything, you're not earning an income for the family, or you don't have to feel down. So what I learned in these few months is that I don't have to be financially independent. I don't really have to have an income to tell that I am strong, or to show that I am an independent woman. Being a homemaker and depending upon husband a little is also nice. It's not something to be looked down upon. And finally, the concept of financial freedom. I have been learning this concept wrong all my life. Now, financial freedom is different for each and every person. For some, financial freedom may be earning millions or billions and having the ability to afford all the luxurious, expensive things on earth, huge houses, expensive cars, expensive jewelry, and being able to afford anything you want. Maybe that is financial freedom. For some, earning 1 lakh a month would be that level of attaining financial freedom. So when I was working as an assistant professor, in those 2 years, I had a decent amount of income, but nobody was asking me how much my income is, what I'm doing with that money. Nobody even asked me, be it my husband or parents, nobody used to ask me, why you're spending so much on this, or why did you spend so much for this, why are you not saving any money, why are you not investing it here, or why are you spending on unnecessary things, why do you spend so much. Nobody asked me that. I love working because it makes me feel alive. I love to work. I don't like sitting idle at home. So I went for work because I want to do something in life. I didn't want to be called as a homemaker. I tell you, it is not bad to be a homemaker. It is just that I didn't want to be a homemaker. I just wanted to have a different level of life. I just wanted to become something in life. I wanted to be called as something else in my life. So the post of being the assistant professor is what I like the most. And the job I was doing, it was, alhamdulillah, it was an amazing job. I just loved the job I was doing. And every morning when I wake up, I had this motivation to do things, to be happy because of the job I have. So that was the main reason for me to work. I was earning a decent income, which was enough for me. I was satisfied with this. I was content with it because all of my expenses were taken care of by my husband. I was spending on other luxuries or entertainment and things like that. So that is financial freedom to me. So financial freedom is different to each and every person. Financial freedom is a state of mind. Whether you are financially free or not, it depends upon what you think what financial freedom is. So these are the things I learned after I quit my job. So my name is Irfana Tasneem, and see you again in the next video.